Okay, a little bit out of character for your wise man, but that was a little bit difficult for me to watch. Seeing this family splinter into two groups, fighting against each other, it breaks my dark heart. But they're all grown men, and you settled the issue. Now let's give Solo credit. Forming Team Solo was, of course, his usual backup of Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, the sons of Haku, feared as one of the baddest men to ever walk planet Earth. Along with them, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, son of Tama, also known as TK All Day, the Tonga Kid, another fearsome competitor from WWE's golden era. But did you know that Haku and Tama once comprised one of WWE's most impressive tag teams? Haku had been considered family by the Dynasty for years on end, and his teaming with Tama, brother of Rikishi, solidified this for eternity. The Islanders were a formidable test for any tag team in WWE in the late 1980s, competing against teams like the Hart Foundation and the British Bulldogs. Initially fan favorites, the two would embrace a more hard-nosed approach and even teamed up with WWE Hall of Famer Bobby the Brain Heenan, finding even more success. The team flawlessly merged aerial excellence, martial arts mastery, and some good old-fashioned Islander grit. Perhaps their most infamous moment saw them actually dog-nap Matilda, mascot of the British Bulldogs, showing that they were willing to do literally anything to throw opponents off their game. Both men are still revered today as two of the real legit tough guys in the industry, names that instill fear simply upon mention, and they absolutely taught their children well. Tama Tonga and Tongaloa both loved to slowly brutalize an opponent in the traditional Haku style, while Jacob Fatu hurls his body at opponents from all angles with reckless abandon, much like Islander Tama in his TK All Day heyday. For their inclusion in the 2K25 showcase, we find the Islanders in a dream match, taking on another team that has mastered the air, ground fighting, and has their own brand of swag that keeps opponents guessing at all times. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the Street Profits. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins have put together one hell of a run in WWE, and the perennial tag team champions are going to find themselves in an unfamiliar setting, taking on Haku and Tama in a best 2 out of 3 falls match. Anyone can sneak a win out, but Haku and Tama often competed in this type of match to fully demonstrate the superiority to their opponents. And you can bet that they're out to do the same thing to Angelo and Tez. So get out there and showcase the tag team mastery that the Islanders used to terrorize their opponents. Lift your party cups and take one last sip for the Street Profits. And don't worry, no one will hold you responsible for the damage you and the Islanders caused them, because I assure you, the Islanders can handle the smoke.
The Islanders and Street Profits facing off here in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Two teams that mix high flying and hard hits with ease. This is going to be exciting.
The Islanders move at such speeds that you can't take your eyes off them for a second. The Street Profits have got to be at their best if they hope for a win tonight.
You can tell that Haku and Tama want to end the party for Dawkins and Ford. Luckily, they have the biggest party pooper in WWE in their corner in the form of the Weasel, Bobby Heenan.
So many accolades for Dawkins and Ford. Triple Crown Tag Team Champions, multiple WrestleMania wins. This win could be another major feather in their caps.
It could be, but for the Islanders, all those accolades are motivation. Haku and Tama know they're the best tag team around, so they want to knock off the Profits and prove it. Then maybe they'll get the respect they rightfully deserve.
Corey, you've competed in these type of matches before. What's the key to victory for Haku and Tama?
It's crucial for the Islanders to win the first fall as early as possible. To do that, they've got to either isolate Ford or Dawkins and block their path to make an attack.
And the Profits definitely have that it factor, but it didn't look like it mattered there.
Yeah, and Haku had him well measured.
A 2 out of 3 falls match is a different beast and a bit of a rarity in tag team competition. But one of these teams actually has a bit of a history with this stipulation.
Yeah, Cole, the Islanders have a history of success in multi-fall matches and in high-profile situations, no less. They competed in the main event of the first Royal Rumble event in this kind of match and won it in 2 straight falls.
They also won a 2 out of 3 falls match on Saturday night's main event. Bottom line, the Islanders are more than ready for this. Hopefully, the Street Profits are quick learners.
And Montez Ford finds himself on the defensive.
The Islanders putting a beating on the Street Profits.
Wow.
Strong right forearm.
Ford got met with some stiff resistance there.
Down, a perfect vertical suplex.
We're watching 2 great teams at work right now, but with the talent at this level in the ring, you have to wonder, are there any possible breakout single stars here?
Every one of these men has that sort of potential, Michael. I mean, Montez Ford has had moments of single success, competing in many high-profile matches on his own.
Though you'd be doing a great disservice to Angelo Dawkins, who has an equally impressive skill set should he go solo.
From behind, Schoolboy, shoulders down. And he gets his shoulder up before the count.
Not a very effective pin attempt.
Drop kick finds the spot. Ooh. And a drop kick.
Picture perfect.
Look, I get that the Islanders are brutal, but when I look at Haku, I kind of see something royal about him.
Are you kidding me, Saxton? Haku's a big, mean dude who loves to brawl. Nothing about him says royalty.
Though Bobby Heenan does seem intent on taking the Islanders to the top of WWE, perhaps becoming king of the ring, is on that path.
First in a dangerous position up top. It's about to get worse from here.
What a superplex!
And you have to think the effects of that maneuver are going to linger.
Drops the hammer.
Right on the lower back.
And a well-executed move we just saw there.
Steering clear there. Something that Tez and Dawkins need to watch out for tonight is the presence of Bobby the Weasel Heenan.
Tag made. The Islanders,
What do they have planned here? Oh! Savant kick drops their opponent.
The Profits are down and the Islanders are about to reap the rewards.
There's return fire on Tama. Being placed in the corner here. Tama creates an opening for himself.
Saw it coming and able to escape.
Big clothesline.
In off the tag.
With the counter.
Drop toe hold.
down to opponent. And a double axe handle smash. Drops the hammer.
Right on the lower back.
Dawkins with a spear.
Cover! He breaks the pin before a 1 count.
What is it gonna take to put him away?
Ooh, not where he wants to be right now. Ooh, he fends that off.
Big forearm. Stiff headbutt.
This is a big night for the Street Profits. Their party cups are filled to the brim tonight. I took a sip of it, and it nearly knocked me out.
I've seen tap water knock you loopy, Saxton. But I know for a fact that the Profits have the strong stuff in hand tonight. In fact, I've heard the Islanders plan on taking a victory swig after...
He thinks he has it!
And a quick kick out.
Still in it.
What a gutsy performance. Vicious right forearm.
And he gets directed into the corner.
Telegraphed that one and delivers a blow to the gut. Tag. Double team coming.
Double headbutt.
The Street Profits having a bit of trouble here against the Islanders.
There's just something about the Anawahi family that Tez and Dawkins can't quite overcome.
Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, Tama
From the heavens. Big body splash from the top.
My God, the Islanders continuing the assault. The Street Profits just don't know the word quit.
This is not just about winning. This is about...
From the top.
Diving headbutt.
It seems like this match is becoming something of an uphill battle for him.
Up high.
Piercing elbow.
Attempting high-risk move after high-risk move at a breakneck pace.
We thought it was going to be the Street Profits going to the air this often.
The Islanders beating Angelo and Montez at their own game now. But right hands create separation and an escape.
I'm glad the Islanders are able to compete tonight. I was worried they'd have to serve another suspension.
Oh, what a phony charge that was. Even the Islanders did an amazing job as dog sitters, and they got punished. We got a cover.
Makes the save, and they continue this match.
Man, inverted backbreaker.
Ow! Hardy's taking on some damage.
And that is Dawkins' intensity starting to ratchet up.
All the way down.
Sent right into the corner. Dawkins' attack gets reversed.
Tag made. The Islanders, what do they have planned here? Oh,
Double team savate kick. And the Islanders just set the Profits
And the
up in
cover.
smoke.
Getting a fall in the early goings. Stomping away, and then the knee right into the throat. Then a knee right to the throat.
the Profits battling with every ounce of their souls.
And the
Haku
With the Tongan death grip.
after everything he's been through, will he give in right now? Will his body give up?
This hold has him going through hell. Does the pain's too great? That's it.
Here are your winners, Tama and Haku, the Islanders.
What a matchup. The Islanders met the Street Profits at every turn in the air and the ground. This loss is going to hurt Dawkins and Ford for a long time.
Look, we saw tremendous tag teams do what they do best, but only one could win. And the Islanders stepped up and got the job done. Tama and Haku just proved they are the best tag team of any era.